Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Should be a wet one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
We had a chance to sit down earlier in the week and kind of reflect and visit on last week's game, and he was very clear. He said, listen, it was a bittersweet victory. He goes, I'm happy that we got the job done. I know I made some good plays. He's like, but it's the negative plays that have been kind of gnawed at me all week long. I have to eliminate those because we are not going to win a lot of games if I continue to turn the ball over.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 15-yard pickup there. And the Jets have a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. He'll take his down to the 47. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Look him up on a second down and 8. On the option, here's Hall. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
A gain there of 21. Good for a Jets first down. Man in motion, heading left.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the run, here's Hall. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Now a second down throw for Fields. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Jets are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. Early rhythm he was able to establish. He rode that to the final whistle. He had it answered. Everything the defense threw at him. He continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate. There's going to be a good to beat.
They managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. From the 48-yard line, here's second and 6. Draw play here for Harvey. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. A gain of 9 yards.
Zone read, a give to Harvey. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A throat behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byard.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he will have a Broncos first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Broncos first down. 2 yards on the play. First down.
On the ground, but this is Harvey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Got it into the hands of Mims. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Stroud going to set up to throw. This one's caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Stroud. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Jamie Sherwood. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal.
A 34-yard attempt.
That one is good. And the Broncos will tie the game at 3 apiece. Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. He'll push forward for about a yard. Jahdae Barron is there to make the stop. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He takes off. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
That's good for a Jets first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hall. And he'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
39-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. That's Zach Allen there on the tackle.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
At their own 12-yard line.
They'll go play action with Stroud. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long one.
So, a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. All even on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. On second down, Harvey, as we are ready to get back underway. And he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. But hold everything. There's a flag way back on the other side of the field. And this one is going to get wiped away.
Holding offense.
Oh, as costly as they come. The holding call wipes away what would have been a long touchdown. On second down, Stroud. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
Third down.
Stroud. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Hall. Good hustle by the defense. He beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Hall. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Fields to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And the Jets, first down.
Making the read, this is Fields. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And this is an area of the game where Justin Fields really excels. His ability to not only improvise, but also be used as a designed runner. And in this case, that's exactly what this offense does, and he picks up a nice gain.
And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Fields going to look to run this himself. And he's in! Justin Fields! Touchdown, New York. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Well, they were not hiding anything there. The quarterback takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for the touchdown.
And this was a run from the jump, Mike. There was no disguising anything. There was 10 guys blocking.
And look at this. The extra point is blocked. A big hole. He's inside the 40 to the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Stroud gonna cut this one on his own read. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
Clearly, the play caller here is thinking that the defense is going to be completely zoned in on stopping the running back, thinking he can catch them off guard with the quarterback keep. The defense was prepared for both guys, and they now force 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. The Broncos have it. Oh, big hole left side. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video game. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and If he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Second down. It's Fields. That is hard for 3. And he'll take it on in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, New York. That's his first touchdown of the new year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That's taken in by Franklin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's second and 8.
Now a run, and it's their fullback with the count. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain.
A gain of a yard brings up third and 7.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Stroud. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down.
On first and 10. Here's Stroud. Quick throw taken in. Huff running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal, Denver.
Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. Ball right on the 5-yard line. Second down and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Toss right side. That's Harvey. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
It's third and goal.
Throwing here on third and goal. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos cut the deficit down to 1.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Once again, they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 13. And the Jets have a first down. So it is a 1-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen.
Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the NFC. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It's only week 3 on the schedule, but already some big-name teams with big...
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. He'll try to keep his couple of yards.